Genesis chapter 30 plunges us into a tumultuous period in Jacob's life, marked by love, rivalry, and the yearning for children. We find Jacob living in Paddan Aram, married to both Leah and Rachel, sisters who find themselves locked in a bitter competition for their husband's affection. At the heart of this struggle lies a deep longing for children, a longing that becomes a source of both joy and sorrow. The chapter opens with Rachel's desperate plea to God for a child, her voice heavy with envy at her sister's growing family. Leah, though blessed with children, carries her own pain, feeling the sting of Jacob's preference for her sister. Their story is a complex tapestry of human emotions: love, jealousy, despair, and hope, all interwoven with the mysterious workings of divine providence. Through their struggles we witness the raw vulnerability of the human heart, laid bare before God and each other. Their journey reminds us that even in the midst of brokenness and pain, God's faithfulness remains. He sees their tears, hears their cries, and ultimately, in His perfect timing, answers their prayers. Rachel's inability to conceive fills her with anguish. She watches as Leah bears child after child, her womb remaining empty. The pain of barrenness cuts deep, leaving her feeling incomplete and envious of her sister. Desperate for a child, she turns to Jacob, her voice laced with anguish and frustration, demanding, "Give me children or I die." Jacob, though sympathetic to Rachel's pain, reminds her that it is God, not he, who holds the power over her womb. His words, however, offer little comfort to Rachel, who is consumed by her longing for a child. In her desperation, she proposes a solution rooted in the cultural practices of her time: surrogacy. Rachel offers her maidservant Bilhah to Jacob as a wife, hoping that through Bilhah she too might experience the joy of motherhood. Jacob agrees, and Bilhah bears him 2 sons, Dan and Naphtali. Though not born from her own womb, Rachel claims these children as her own, a testament to the depth of her longing for motherhood. Leah, witnessing Rachel's success in bearing children through Bilhah, feels a familiar pang of insecurity. The rivalry between the sisters, always simmering beneath the surface, is reignited. Not content to be outdone, Leah offers her own maidservant, Zilpah, to Jacob. Zilpah bears Jacob 2 sons, Gad and Asher, followed by 2 more, Zebulun and Dinah. Leah, like Rachel, experiences a mix of joy and bitterness. She rejoices in the blessing of children but remains acutely aware of Jacob's enduring love for Rachel. The competition between the sisters highlights the complexities of their relationships and the deep longing they both harbor for Jacob's love and affection. Their story reveals the pain and insecurity that can arise when love is perceived as unequally given and received. Section 4. The Mandrake Incident. A glimpse into the sisters' desperation. The Mandrake Incident offers a poignant glimpse into the desperation that grips both Rachel and Leah. When Reuben, Leah's son, finds mandrakes in the field, Rachel sees an opportunity. Mandrakes, believed to aid in fertility, become a bargaining chip in the sisters' ongoing struggle. Rachel, desperate to conceive, strikes a deal with Leah, trading a night with Jacob for the mandrakes. The exchange reveals the lengths to which both women are willing to go to secure what they most desire: children for Rachel and Jacob's affection for Leah. The mandrakes, however, prove to be a temporary solution. While Leah conceives and bears 2 more sons, Issachar and Zebulun, and a daughter Dinah, Rachel's womb remains closed. The incident underscores the limitations of human striving and the ultimate sovereignty of God in matters of life and fertility. Section 5. Answered Prayers, Rachel's Joy, Joseph's Birth, and God's Timing. After years of waiting and longing, God remembers Rachel. Her prayers, once lost in a chorus of weeping, are finally answered. She conceives and gives birth to a son, whom she names Joseph, a name that reflects her journey. May the Lord add to me another son. Joseph's birth is a testament to God's faithfulness. He hears the cries of the afflicted, sees the tears of the brokenhearted, and in His perfect timing, brings forth beauty from ashes. Rachel's long-awaited son becomes a source of immense joy and a symbol of God's enduring love and faithfulness. Joseph's arrival shifts the dynamics within the family. He becomes the apple of his father's eye, a favoritism that will later have far-reaching consequences. His birth, while bringing joy to Rachel, also sows seeds of jealousy and resentment among his brothers, setting the stage for the dramatic events that will unfold in the book of Genesis. Section 6. Jacob's prosperity, divine favor, and the covenant's fulfillment. While the sisters grapple with their personal struggles, Jacob's fortunes continue to rise. He enters into an agreement with Laban, his father-in-law, to tend his flocks. Through a combination of hard work, shrewdness, and divine favor, Jacob's flocks multiply exponentially. His success is not merely a testament to his own abilities, but a reflection of God's covenant blessings. God's promise to Abraham to make his descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky is being fulfilled through Jacob. His growing wealth and family are outward signs of God's faithfulness to his promises. Jacob's prosperity, however, does not come without its challenges. His strained relationship with Laban deteriorates further as his wealth increases. He eventually flees from Paddan Aram with his wives, children, and possessions, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Section 7. Enduring lessons, faith, patience, and the unfolding of God's plan. Genesis chapter 30 offers timeless lessons about faith, patience, and the importance of trusting in God's timing. Rachel and Leah's struggles remind us that life is often messy and unfair, filled with longing, disappointment, and rivalry. Their story teaches us that even in the midst of our pain, we can cry out to God, pouring out our hearts to Him. God sees our tears, hears our prayers, and holds us in His loving embrace. His ways are not our ways, and His timing is often different from our own. Yet He remains faithful to His promises, working all things together for good for those who love Him. As we reflect on the lives of Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, we are reminded to walk by faith, not by sight. We are called to trust in God's goodness, even when we don't understand His plan. His timing is perfect, and His love endures forever.